Principal Sir, Archana Ma'am,
Good morning.
Media Club,
Good morning, sir.
Madhav, and to all the students who are eagerly waiting for this lecture on abstract writing on YouTube, GC Bhavnagar's official YouTube channel. We have initiated this series for the benefit of the students so that they understand things from the expert. They get a different tinge. And for that, I had this in my mind about abstract writing. And the moment abstract writing came into my mind, I immediately called ma'am, and she was very keen enough to say that yes, this is one of the best topics that I'll be giving justification to. She is working in GEC Rajkot. Ma'am, we welcome you. Principal sir, I want you to share a few words.
Okay. Good morning to one and all, and a warm welcome to Dr. Archana.
Thank you,
She
sir.
is with GEC Rajkot because probably being a technical side, we have not worked together, but probably Dr. Srivastav has uttered some words about all the teachers who are in communication skills in various colleges. So that way I know you, but directly probably we have not worked together. So thanks for sparing your valuable time and enlightening our students, enriching our students with whatever you are having for the benefit of the students of all government colleges. Because we have permitted all the colleges students to join and to have the whatever they can gain from the lectures of each and every professor. So it's a very good initiative by Dr. Srivastav. He is a so enthusiastic faculty. He is a link. Always I say he is a link between me and the students. So because of him, it is possible for me to connect to the students directly of all branch, all semesters. And this is a very beautiful topic, and this is what is required because technically students are sound. Almost by end of 8th semester, we give everything about technicality. But again, when they are facing the interviews, I think it is very much required to have a proper communication skill and their behavior skill. That is very important. The confidence that is to be developed is possible through such kind of lectures. And majority of our students are Gujarati medium, so definitely they are facing some problems while writing in English. So this kind of yesterday it was regarding vocabulary, today is abstract. So I think this is the way I think we can build clear their doubts, and at least we can tell them how you are supposed to what should be there in abstract, because abstract includes everything. It includes introduction से लेके methodology से लेके result conclusion तक का सब कुछ thing that comes in the abstract. So abstract is generally 100 words, 200 words, or 500 words depending upon the type of things which has been given. So abstract is very very important. It should give idea about the whole theme of a work which is done by a particular student or of any project. So that is very important. So to convey everything in abstract, because everybody is not having a time to go through all the 100 or 200 pages. So only through abstract they can come to know about the type of work they are doing it. So it's a wonderful topic today. So thank you, madam, once again for joining with us, and thanks to the students who have joined for the particular lecture today. So once again, all the best for today's lecture, and my best wishes to all the students, and try to extract everything from the Dr. Archana and try to learn the things. This is very very important topic. Thank you very much.
Sir, once again,
Thanks
sir,
a lot,
you are once again the connecting link, that LD training that has
Right.
connected us all. So you are ultimately the connecting link between us, sir. Thanks a lot,
Right.
sir. Ma'am,
Thank you.
it's
Thank
all set.
you.
You can start your lecture, ma'am, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, sir. A very good morning to all the people who are present over here. Principal sir, good morning. Shrivastava sir, good morning. Ahuti ma'am, good morning. And all the students who are eagerly waiting for
Ahuti
this.
ma'am is also
It's a-
there. Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, would you like to have some word? Ahuti ma'am. Ahuti ma'am. Ma'am, please share your few words.
Yes, we heartily welcome you, madam, Archana madam, and hope that our GEC students will be benefited by having your session on abstract and they will also be benefited by learning the difference between present and abstract. They will also get to learn that how in their professional work setup the abstract writing will be requirement as well as in their academic life. I hope it will be the fruitful session for students as well as for us also. And have a nice session, madam, ahead. Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Archana, ma'am, please now you continue. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ahuti madam. I am glad to listen your so nice words. Thanks a lot. Thanks for permitting me. Okay, so the topic that has been given to me is abstract writing. Sir has very clearly introduced the topic, I think, principal sir, what's abstract and all, the idea that has. You know, the people can ask me why abstract writing, why for the technical students. So students, this is the topic that is going to be beneficial for you when you people are coming in the 7th or 8th semester, but rather you should know. You know, few years back, when I was doing my research work, or rather I was preparing my dissertation, at that very time, I started writing my abstract. So I had to revise it twice, thrice, and I think many of the number of times, right? 9 or 10 times. Why? Because I had no idea of how to write abstract. So I think this is a good platform where you can understand how to write abstract. Because it is going not only the academic level, but rather when you people are going to prepare your research work, your thesis, your report writing, at that very time you have to write abstract, and you should know what are the ins and outs of the abstract. Okay, so the fox pause that happened to me when I was at younger age, when I was in my MA and preparing my dissertation and then writing my abstract, and the mistakes that I committed, hopefully you people won't, right? So this may be a big benefit to you. Okay, right? So I feel you will get to know what is abstract. I'm going to share with you my PPT, okay, so that you can have the better idea. Sir, you just confirm me whether this screen is visible to you or not. Himanshu sir. Hello, am I audible, Himanshu sir? Yes. Sir, am I audible? Please confirm. Okay, right. On the screen? A screen is visible of my PPT? Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so abstract writing, this is what? Now the word abstract, okay, what is an abstract, right? Let's begin with this. Meaning of the word abstract, okay. If you are going to search the dictionary, maybe the Oxford or Cambridge, that doesn't matter. The word abstract.
Screen is not visible.
Hello. Hello, yes, sir. Are you saying something to me? Yes. Okay, sorry. So the word abstract means which we cannot feel or we cannot see by our senses, right? We cannot touch, we cannot see all these things, abstract materials. Okay, the opposite and antonym of the abstract is concrete. Abstract means like your honesty, okay, your truthfulness, the concept of beauty, and all these are abstract. Okay, and the another meaning, that connotative meaning of abstract, is what? It is the extraction of something. Means if you're concisely taking all the beautiful, all the essential things from something else, as the nectar of a flower that a bee takes. Okay, so here it is very much similar, or very much close to the meaning of abstract writing. Okay, so now come to the abstract writing. What is it, abstract writing? Okay, so abstract writing is, students, this is the summary of a entire article. Means if you are writing a thesis, you are writing a research work, or you are writing an article, then in that article you are going to talk about its summary. Okay, So now a question may arise in your mind. What is the difference between this abstract and précis writing? You know, because that is also in your course of second semester. Okay, so précis writing and abstract. Précis writing is also the summary of something, and abstract is also a summary of something. The basic difference is that summary is of the précis writing is of only 1 or 2 pages, right? Okay, so 1 or 2 pages are given to you, and now you have to do the précis. Précis means within 1/3 of the given document. But abstract is of a very larger document. It may be your thesis, it may be your dissertation, it may be your what? Research report, right? As in the second line, what I have written, condensed and abridged version of the thesis or report. Okay. So it's not only a summary, but rather it is very, briefed version of your thesis. Okay, thesis can be of 300 pages, 400 pages. Your report writing can be of 100 pages, 150 pages. Okay, your article can be of 7 or 8 pages, but abstract will be of only 1 page. That is abstract. So it's an art. Why? You should know the skill of writing abstract. Why? Because this is a skill where you should know how to make the things very concise, how to, condense the things. You can say that abstract writing is like a miniature painting of a big painting. Okay, there is a big painting and there is a miniature form of painting. Okay, so this is the miniature of a big painting, right? Okay. Yes, one more thing. Big 3 hours picture, movie is there. Okay, and just by watching the trailer, you come to know what is in the movie, right? In the same way, just by looking at or reading by the abstract, you come to know what is there in the thesis or in the big report. So this is what is abstract. Okay, it's an expression of relevance of your work. So whatever the big work, bulky work that you have done in detail, it's the expression of that very thing. Okay, so it is very much close to that, very much relevant to that. Am I clear with this much? Yes. Any of you friends want to ask something from this very introductory note? Okay, so I think I should move forward to the second slide. Okay, now what is the purpose of abstract? Yes, you people can ask why we are studying how to write abstract and why we should know the skill of writing abstract. Students, most of you people belong to this technical world. Okay, going to be a good and responsible engineers. As you know, the word is, God has made the word, but you people have beautified the word. Okay, with your technological advancements and research works. So when you people will going to do the research works, then for that research work, for that very thesis, you need to write an abstract. And if you won't be able to understand what is abstract, how to write, what are the ins and outs, what points are supposed to be entered over here, then you won't be able to, do justice to your thesis, because without reading your abstract, nobody is going to read your thesis. Okay, your research work. As I told you, it's like a trailer to the movie. Okay, most of the movie comes in market, but we do not watch all the movies, but rather we go with the trailer. Okay, if the trailer appeases us, if the trailer seduces us, then we go to watch the movie. In the same way, if the abstract will appease us, then we are going to read the whole thesis and research work. And you people should know, because you are responsible for so many technological advancement and research work, right? Every day. Okay, so now let's come to the purpose of abstract. It serves multiple purpose, not a single one. The first one is window to research work. Yes, whatever the research work you have done, it's a kind of window. You can understand, you can know, you can have the glimpse what is there in the research work. One more thing, as a trailer to movie. Now, the another example that I can take is, how do you decide to read a book? You can answer me that because after reading the book reviews of many learned people or academicians, okay? But another thing is by reading the preface, okay, right? So this is a kind of window or preface to your research work. you can understand, yes, what is there in the researcher. Yes, second one is, that is aid to those, abstract provides aid to those people who are doing research in the specific field, in the same field, right? If you are doing research on any set or particular aspect, maybe in computer field or maybe electronic vehicles or maybe in solar energy panels, so if you want to read what has been done till now, then this abstracts gives a big help to you, right? Because of reading these abstracts, you will be able to understand what are there in the contents are there in the research work. Okay, so it helps to the students, it helps to the research fraternity to understand what is there in the specific field. Okay, now the another point is, it prepares for detailed information and discussion. Means, abstract, after reading the abstract, you can go for the, you decide whether you have to read the particular research or thesis or report or not. Maybe I am reading an abstract, right, of automobile engineering or from any medical field, but after reading that, I can understand, yes, this is not of my interest or this is not of my value. So I will decide, yes, I have not to go for the thesis, I have not to go for the report. Okay, so it decides further reading, whether you want to read it further or not. Okay, whether you will get the informations that you are aspiring for or not, right? Okay, and the last one is, it helps to remember the key points of the research paper. Yes, abstract has all the key points, means all the important points that are there in the research paper. So your research paper can be of 50 pages, your thesis can be of 300 pages, your dissertation can be of 100 pages, but this only and only one paragraph or one page will showcase you what are the important points, what are the important, things, significant ideas that are there in the research paper. So it's a kind of window to you, showcase to you, or a miniature painting to the whole big bulky paper. I hope you people are getting me what I'm saying. If any query, then please ask me. Okay, now let's go further. Yes. Now, after this, let's come to the types of abstract writing. Means, how many types of abstract writing? They are in 3 numbers. One is informative, second descriptive, and third one is critical. Okay, now let's come and describe them. Understand what are they. Okay, so first one is descriptive abstract. Descriptive abstract means what? It's related to theoretical topics. Theoretical topics means, students, theoretical topics means the topics that are related to theories. Okay, right? They are basically not concerned with the scientific ideas. Okay, right? So the researches, the report writing that are done in the social engineering or maybe in the art subjects, they are like the theoretical topics. So they are descriptive. Okay, they do not come with some kind of very specific facts and results, but rather they come with their own point. Okay, but they do not generalize the points. Okay, so the second one is, it mentions purpose, methods, and scope only. These descriptive art abstracts mentions what is the purpose of your abstract, what are the methods and scope. They do not come with the results. Descriptive abstracts are normally in a shorter in size. They are not very big one, but rather short. Okay. Now, after descriptive abstract, what comes the next? That is of more importance to you people as a science student or engineering student. That is informative abstract, right? So the informative abstract is what? It is related to the topics that have practical relevance. Practical relevance means that is related to day-to-day life. What is the difference between theoretical? Theoretical is related to your ideas, okay, to your emotions, to your theories. But this informative is related to your practicality, okay, the scientific advancement that you people are doing. So for the engineering students, if you are writing an abstract, that should be informative abstract. It will come in this category, not in the first one, right? Okay. And second, informative abstract means that you people are going to do. It will mention the results and conclusions also. You cannot write only the purpose or method or scope, but rather you will arrive with some result or conclusion, and this is supposed to be given in the informative abstract. Okay. And another third one is it's longer in size of approx 250 words, means it is not as short as the descriptive, but rather longer in size. Why? You can ask me the question, why longer? Because it has results and conclusion, and because it has facts. Okay, right? So this is informative abstract. Now let's come to the third, that is critical abstract. Critical abstract is basically related to the topics that are contradictory in nature or critical in nature. Means if you are studying two things, okay, and you are going to do the comparative studies, then the critical abstracts are written. Okay, now let's move towards another slide. Yes. So what is it? So you can see a picture on your screen, and there the sir is asking what is it to the students, and the students said, you said to do an abstract, so I did. Okay. You said to do abstract. So abstract means whatever comes in my mind. Okay. Anything that I want to do. But this is not with the abstract writing, but rather it has a specific format. Right? So till now, what we have studied, what we have learned till now, the types of abstract and what are its purposes. Now, let's come to the format of abstract writing. Okay. If you ask me about the format, they are the structured and unstructured, right? So the first one is structured and another unstructured. Let's go with that. What is structured and what is unstructured? So structured format. Structured format is what? Means which has a specific structure. Okay, right? When you are writing an abstract, what I said, abstract is of one paragraph. Okay. It comes in the very beginning of your research work. Every research work, every thesis, every dissertation, every report writing must have an abstract. Okay, right? So abstract writing has a structured format, means it is divided into different parts, but not in a single paragraph. Okay, so abstract can be written in two formats. One is structured, another unstructured. Structured means divided in paragraphs, but condition is only one, that should be of one page only. Cannot carry on in another page, of one page only, but can be divided in paragraphs, and it contains explicit headings, means obvious headings, divided into headings, right? Like you write the essay. Okay. Another is unstructured format. Unstructured format means it contains no heading, no division is there, only a single paragraph and block formatting. Block formatting, I think all my friends know, as you write the letter. So block formatting means it is intended to the left side. Okay. So these are the two formats that are very, very much in use by the research scholars. But the unstructured format is much more in vogue, much more in fashion, much more in use than the structured format. I think I'm clear, right? So moving towards next slide. Yes. So this is the slide. Can you see? Is it visible? It's so much hazy. It's so much filled with everything. So these are the things that come in the abstract writing, or rather these are the things that are in your research, in your report. But what we have to do, the skill of abstract writing is to just, taking out very, very, very important informations from the whole research and make it condensed and make it possible to fit into one paragraph. And that paragraph is not supposed to be very long one, but rather of 200 or 300 words. Right? So what should be there? Articles, abstract, utilization, thesis, result, descriptive, paper, outcome, conclusion. So many things are there. And we have to manage these things within one paragraph of 200 to 300 words, right? Now let's come to the another slide. Yes, components of abstract writing. Okay, now let's come to the components. Students, just let me clarify one thing. As I told you, it's a miniature of your thesis, miniature of your research work. Research work is bulky, big, but all the important components that are in the research are supposed to be taken into abstract writing in a very chronological manner. Means what? What comes there in the thesis in the beginning should be in the beginning abstract. What comes there in the next should be here in next. It's not that whatever you can jumble the sequence. No, it should be in a very sequential manner, right? So now let's come to the components. What are the components of abstract writing? Though it's only of one paragraph, but as I told you just now, it should be preferably of 250 to 300 words. But as I told you earlier, descriptive abstract writing is of 100 words or informative is of 250 words. In the same way, few journals prefer it only shorter, and few other journals allow you to write long abstracts. So it depends to which journal you are sending your abstract or for what thing you are writing abstract. But still, preferably one paragraph of 200 to 300 pages, because people are going to decide on the basis of abstract whether to read the research or not, whether your research work is of their use or not. So if it's exceeding 200 or 300 words, that will be very difficult for them to manage, right? Okay, now let's come to it, components of abstract writing. So the first component of abstract writing is introduction, as in the research. Okay, so introduction is what? All the 6 parts of abstract writing which we are going to deal now, all these six parts are supposed to be written into 2 or 3 sentences only. Okay, now for the first part, that is introduction of abstract writing, should be of only 1 or 2 sentences, not more than these. Okay, now let's come. What will be the introduction? What will be there in the introduction? It's a kind of motivation and background purpose behind the project. Means introduction talks about, it means your beginning of your abstract, the very beginning line of your abstract writing shows us why, for what reason you have taken this research work. Means what is the background thinking of the project, okay, and why your research is important, what impact it can make. So this very idea will be given into the introduction. For example, as you see on the slide, I have given an example also. Example means you can start your abstract by writing the line, the purpose of the study is to investigate. The purpose of my study is to investigate, the purpose of this study is to investigate, or the research, this research examines, or this research evaluates. Okay, so in this way, you can start your abstract. Your background, your motivation, your idea behind taking this research. Okay, right? Now, let's come to the second thing, that is objective. You all know what is the meaning of objective? It's not objective of subject and object, okay? Please don't confuse with that one, huh? Okay? Right? So, objective means aim, purpose, okay? Here, you will talk about the problems, statement or research gap. Now, try to understand what is research gap. And this particular word, what is research gap or problem statement? Research gap means till now, so many researchers, means just take an example. Okay, that my research, I'm doing my research work in this electronic vehicle. on electronic vehicles, whether they are economical to petrol vehicles or not, or whether they are economical in comparison with solar vehicles or not. So if I am preparing my research, I am doing my research work on these electronic vehicles, so I need to research something new. I need to put something new in my research. Okay, so I will study all the literature, all the things that are available on these electronic vehicles, and then I come to know what is the gap, right? Gap means what is till now have been researched, what has been left till now, right? So that is known as research gap, literature gap, research gap, or investigation gap. Okay, so scientists or researchers may have researched a lot on electronic vehicles, but still there are certain things that have not been researched yet. As let's take the example of corona. Okay, this COVID-19. So many things have been researching till now, so many ifs and buts. Yes, this is okay, this is not okay. First vaccine is okay, but no, after getting first vaccine done, you will get infected. Then second vaccine is okay, then you will be immune. Okay, but right now, what is there? After getting second vaccine done, you can be infected by the COVID. So daily new researches are done in the area. So you have to know what is the research gap, means what is the problem statement, what is the problem. So your objective in your abstract writing that you are going to write means what you are going to research, what is your problem statement, right? And what is the question that you are going to solve in your research. So you will talk about that problem, that statement, that research gap within one or two statements, within one or two sentences, right? Okay, now friends, let's, hopefully you are getting it, and if any doubts, ifs and buts, if any queries, then in the end I will take and ask you. Okay, so introduction of one or two sentences, objective of your research of one or two sentences. Now let's move forward to the third, that is research methodology. Okay, research methodology means in your research work, in your thesis, in a dissertation, the problem you are going to solve. Okay, there is a certain problem, certain question that you have arised. Okay, and that very question has to be answered by you, has to be researched by you. So the methods that you have applied for that. Okay, right? So here you are going to decide, you are going to read many books, you are going to interview people, do the experimentation, so many ways of doing the research. Okay, so here in research methodology which you have taken in your thesis, you will talk about the different approaches and procedures. Your methodology can be qualitative or quantitative. Now here let's understand the term qualitative and quantitative. Quantitative research methodology means that is based on the data or number. Okay, that is about the statistical things, right? If you are interviewing few people, you are surveying few people, then that is quantitative. And what is qualitative methods? Qualitative method is depending upon ideas, your views, opinions. That is that methodology, right? Okay. So quantitative is that comes in information. That is your science students, you people basically go more with the quantitative methodology. Okay. Now second point is here in research methodology, you talk about what processes, what kind of tests, experimentations, surveys, or interviews you had done. As you have just taken the example of COVID-19, every day new research are come because it is unexplored area, it's new to us. Okay, one day comes that okay, after second vaccination you will be immune totally, no other way will come, you won't be infected by this. No, now the new researcher come, no, you can be infected after 2-3 months. Now people said after second wave no third wave will come, but now it's quite obvious the third wave is going to come. We pray and hope it may not come, but Nobody knows, right? Okay, so these are the experimentation surveys and interviews are done to the people. Yes, what will happen? Okay, another example of research methodology, how you will write the sentences. Now see one thing, as I told you in the beginning, introduction and objectives will be of 1 or 2 sentences, but research methodology can be of 3 or 4 sentences, right? But not more than that, 2 or 3 sentences, because this is the biggest part of your research. Because on the basis of these things, you have come to a result. You have arrived on conclusion. Okay, but at the same time, you are not supposed to make it much big. Okay, right? So the example, how to start this sentence is, example is data was collected from, then dash 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 means data was collected from interviewing hundreds of doctors, or surveys were done on thousands of patients infected by the COVID virus. Okay, so these kind of sentences will be done. Okay, interview done, surveys done, questionnaires will be given to them, tests were done, okay, on the patients. So these kind of things you can write in abstract on this part. Okay, but remember, if you are writing abstract in one paragraph, all these things will be in single paragraph combined together. But if writing in another structured method, then the headings will come and then these points will come, right? Now, let's come to the fourth part, that is results and discussions. Okay. Now, we have talked about our objective, talked about the research methodology. Now, after researching, after studying, after going through all the experiments, surveys, qualitative, quantitative methodology, and everything, what results we have got? Now, we'll talk about here, and that also only of 1 or 2 sentences, not more than that, either 1 or 2. Okay, so the fourth point will be the results and discussions. The fourth component of abstract writing will be the results and discussions. It will, but you may arrive of 3 or 4 results, but here in abstract, you will write only the most significant, most important result that is directly related to your thesis, directly related to your objective. Understanding? Means you can arrive on 3 4 results, then sub results. Yes, this is the reason, that is the reason. You can arrive many in your thesis. Okay, in your report writing, you can write many results, means main result, then a sub result, so many ifs and buts. But here in the abstract writing, you are not supposed to write all the results, but rather only one and one most significant result that is directly related to the objective and purpose of your thesis, right? So the sentence, how the sentence will go on? Example is, the result showed that, means after applying so many research methodologies, data was collected, everything was done, the result showed that, or this was the result that we have arrived. Okay, right? So this is the fourth part. Now let's come to the fifth part, that is conclusion. Now this is the ending of your abstract. Okay, so the conclusion means you have come to a result, but now after the result, you are going to give your conclusion, what you have arrived at, what is the concluding idea, or what is the observation that you have got from this all research. Okay, so here an abstract again of only 1 sentence or 2 sentences, and what is that conclusion? It shows the broader implication and application of the study. It reinforces your finding, means again you talk about your result, you talk about how your research work can be applied to other things, what is the use of your research work, how your research can be beneficial to other studies, how can it be beneficial to the society, how it can be applied to other parts of the studies. Okay, so here in the conclusion you can talk about, but you're not supposed, see the last sentence in conclusion is, don't exaggerate advantages as will reduce the credibility of your research paper. Means yes, you have done the research, that's good. You have come with the result, it's okay, but you are not supposed to exaggerate, make a tall talk of your result. Okay, so be honest with your result. Don't tell ki, yes, I have got this and this is the, if this will be applied to this, if this medicine will be given to this person in this way, then the person will be corona free, and that will, no, it will rather reduce the credibility of your research paper. And this time during the corona, you can understand that so many researchers have arrived, flock of researchers, and with so many conclusions and results. If you'll take this medicine, then you will be immune. If you'll sleep like this, if you'll do exercise like this, if you eat this, then you will be corona free. But sad and alas, this way they rather lose the credibility. So we are not supposed to do that. Rather, we should be very honest and very accurate with our results. Right? Now, this is the last part of your abstract of one paragraph, if writing in one paragraph. Now, let's come to the sixth, that is the keywords. It's very important part of abstract, students, and it comes in the bottom of the abstract, after abstract, with the keywords. Keywords means you are supposed to take most significant words that describe main topic of your research paper. So, but here again, you're not supposed to take all the words, that my research work is so big, so many words are important, so I'm taking 20 or 30 words. No, please keep it minimum to 7 to 10 words only. Okay, so 7 or 10 words that best describe your topic, or that are the basis of your research paper, you take those words. Okay, why? Then all the papers, all the abstract that has COVID-19 as keyword will be flashed on my search engine. Understanding? If I am writing electronic vehicles, so all the abstract which have keyword electronic vehicle, they will be flashed on my screen. Right? So this is the importance of keyword. So you are supposed to take and extract only the very significant, very important, and very describable words in your keywords. Okay, how to write keywords? Keywords should be written in lowercase with the first letter uppercase and without any full stop after the last word. This is very important. Most of the time, students, or rather, if the research people, even we make the difference that this mistake that we put full stop after the last word, which is not supposed to, right? So these are the components of abstract writing. Now let's move forward, and I think I should make it hurry. Now let's see features of great abstract. Means what are the important features of abstract? If you're going to write an abstract and you want to make your abstract acceptable, if you want to make it so good that the people who read your abstract may go to read your thesis or research work, then what are the do's and don'ts? Means what should you include in abstract and what should you not include in an abstract, right? Because I told you, what is the purpose of abstract? Abstract's purpose is to prompt, is to seduce, or rather is to just make the people to read your research work. So there are certain very specific important points that should be included in an abstract. Okay, so what is the right manner of writing a great abstract, right? Because if a person is not appealed by your abstract, he or she is not going to read your thesis, your research work. So what is the use of your research work? Okay, you have done a very good research on a very good topic with all the methodology, and you have arrived on a very good result and conclusion. But if you people have not written your abstract in a very great manner, in a very particular formatted manner with all the good things, then it's useless to do the research. Okay, right? So it's a kind of a trailer, and trailer should be very good and tempting, right? Okay, so now let's come to here. Features of great abstract. Things to include means what you should do. Do's of abstract, what things you should include. So friends, the very first thing is it reflects all major sections, means your abstract should reflect all the major sections. What are the major sections of a thesis are? What I told right now, all the major sections: introduction, objective, research methodology, key results, and the conclusion. All these 5 things should be discussed in your abstract in a very short and sweet manner, right? Okay. No part can be omitted from abstract. These all 5 parts should and must be there, right? Now, next one is concise but accurate. Concise, you all know, brief. But brief doesn't mean that you omit certain things, you delete certain things. Okay? Concise, brief, but accurate. Accurate means whatever should be included in the abstract should be there. Okay, means share limited things but significantly all important informations. Okay, so you should know what idea, what things you have to omit and what things you have to take, right? Okay, now the third one is self-contained and stand-alone piece of writing. Yes, that's the beauty of abstract. I need not to send you all my thesis work or my research work. If I am sending only an abstract to you people, then my dear friends, by only reading an abstract, you should come to know what is there in my thesis. What are the objectives, what are the methods, what are the results, and what are the conclusions. Okay, so it is standalone, please. It has to be self-contained and fully fledged in itself. No other things should be demanded. Okay, means if I am reading your abstract, then I need not to demand anything else in understanding the abstract. Yes, after reading abstract, I can demand for a thesis. I can go for a research because I liked your abstract. But in understanding abstract, I need not to demand anything. If I am demanding anything to understand your abstract, means there are certain mistakes in my abstract writing. So abstract writing is a skill that you should learn because it has to be fully self-contained work, right? Now let's come to another point, that is abstract should be placed in the beginning of research writing. Yes, so many people and the next point is also there. Let's read that. Last written document. Yes, though abstract is the last written document after completing all your research, but it is read by the people in the very beginning. That is the beauty of abstract. You can when I asked so many students, many of my students, then they told me that, madam, we will write abstract in the beginning when it is the beginning. Okay, that is what the mistake you people do. No, abstract is always written after the completion of your thesis, your research work, right? Because what you have done your research, that is supposed to be written in the abstract. Like without having a movie, you cannot make a trailer. Without writing a book, you cannot write a preface or its story in a short prologue, rather. Okay. In the same way, it is written in the very last after completing your thesis, but it is placed in the very beginning of the research writing and after 2-3 pages. Okay, right? So that is what. Next is follow APA 7th edition to 2020 format. Yes, a format is very important. And what format, which format we generally follow? That is APA means American Psychological Association. They have made certain formats for these writings, and we generally follow APA 7th edition 2020 format. That is the most acceptable format of this abstract writing. Let's move forward. Okay. Now, another is keep it well structured and logical. Yes, well structured and logical means what, my friends? Logical means as the logic has run into your research work, in the same way logic should be run in your abstract writing. It should be well structured. Okay. Okay. It should not be there that all the points, all the methods, all the things are coming haphazardly. You cannot put anything as per your wish. No. Okay. Now, another is consider the audience. Yes, it's important, very important. While completing your thesis, while writing your abstract, you should know who are going to read your abstract, who are the audiences, who are the people who are concerned with your research work, right? Okay, so you should know the standard of knowledge, you should know the acceptability or hitches of your audience, what kind of audience you are going to just address. Okay, so for the abstract writing, you should know the audience who are going to read your research, who are going to deal with your abstract, right? Now, another is use simple and comprehensive language. Yes, because if you are using very difficult vocabulary, if you are using very difficult kind of sentence structure in your abstract, then a simple layman won't be understand your abstract. And if he won't understand your abstract, then definitely he is not going to deal with your research. He's not going to read your research work. So what is the purpose of your research writing if nobody is going to understand or reading it? Okay, so in order to make it more popular, in order to make it more readable, what you have to do, more acceptable, you should use simple and very understandable language so a layman can understand. Okay, being a art student, if somebody gives me an abstract of this electronic vehicle or COVID-19 related research abstract, then it should be written in such a simple and comprehensive language that being not a student of engineer, not a student of medical science, I can be able to understand the abstract, right? Okay, so that should be like that. Okay, now let's move towards another point, that is mention important keywords only. Yes, what I have told you earlier, in keywords, mention only those keywords which are directly, significantly related to your research. Not all the words, okay? In order to make it good, we are going to suppose to write 20 or 30 words. No, that should not be done. Okay, now let's come to another point. Make it intriguing to grab readers' attention. Yes, your abstract is the thing that will just take the attention, grab the attention of the reader so that he will be forced to read your thesis. Okay, so it should grab readers' attention. It should be written in that manner, in that beautiful manner. Now, next is preferably use new vocabulary and phrase structure to avoid redundancies, highly relevant terms. Yes, means your vocabulary should not be the same again and again in your abstract. Rather, the phrase structure should be different. Okay, redundancies means, students, friends, redundancies means repetitions. Okay, right? If we are repeating the same phrases or if we are repeating the same vocabulary, that is redundancy, and it makes it very poor if you are using that in abstract. Okay, large in size, small in size, this is what redundancy. Large and small is always regarding size, so why we are writing size? Okay, right? So this should not be done. Okay, if I'm saying true facts, facts are always true, so why the using true and facts again and again, same at the same time? Okay, so this should not be done, right? So do the, and yes, another one is do the proofreading before finalizing. This has to be done. whatever the abstract you have written, you just do the proofreading before finalizing the abstract. If you have done any mistake, any grammatical, structure wise, or any content wise mistake, then please make the correction in that. Done? Now, things to avoid. What we should avoid. Now, the first one is avoid use of images, illustrations, table, figures, long sources, preferably only textual and plain. Means what? That things, these images, illustrations, table, figures, all these things are supposed to be in your research work only, not in your abstract. Right? They are the part of your research, but they are not supposed to be the part of your abstract writing. Preferably, you use only text. Okay, and it should be very plain without any beautification. Okay, now next one is avoid using references or citations to other works. Means you cannot give the reference or citation in your abstract, because abstract is supposed to be self-contented document. That one page or that one paragraph doesn't need something else to understand it. Right? What I'm saying. Okay, so you can talk about the reference and citation in your thesis, in your research work, in your dissertation, in your report writing, but not in the abstract. Okay, right? Now, third one is avoid use of abbreviation and acronyms. You all know what are abbreviations and acronyms, short forms. Okay, no. But if it is very important for you to use the acronyms and abbreviations, then what you are supposed to do, you just give the beforehand definition of that. Okay, you just define that beforehand in the beginning of your abstract. Right? Understand? So that when you are using that acronym or abbreviation, people come to understand what they have to understand from this very particular acronym. What is its meaning? Right? Okay, but generally try to avoid. But if it is must as per the need of your research work and it is a keyword of your research work, then define it in the top of your abstract. Another is avoid jargon and technical terms. Means again, you try to avoid that technical terms or jargons, because if you are using that, then the layman, common person, people from the other fields, other areas won't be able to understand your abstract technical terms. And if you are using that technical term and it is very, very important and significant and it's very indispensable, then please define it beforehand. Okay. Now, another is avoid copy pasting technique. No. You think if abstract is a part of your research work, it's a short form of your research work, it's a summary of your research work, then let's take 2-3 sentences from here, 2-3 sentences from there, and then make the abstract. No, this is not done. Avoid this type of bad habit. Don't copy and paste. Rather, make it new. Right? Another few points are there. Avoid surprises and voids. Means in your abstract, you try to avoid the surprises and voids. Means the questions that can have a negative impact. In abstract, you can't raise any question. You can't raise any kind of queries there. That is the thing that comes with an answer, right? Another is avoid writing in future tense, but rather in present and past tense. Yes, you cannot write abstract in future tense because you have already done the research work, and you are writing abstract after it. Means what you did and what you got. So your abstract should not be in future, but rather it should always be in present and past tense. Okay, if I am talking about the sentence structure. Okay, now next one is avoid using first person singular, rather use plural first person here. Okay, so I did this, I found this, I surveyed these many people. No, this is not the way the abstract is written. Rather, we use we. We surveyed, we interviewed, okay, we visited. These kind of sentences are used. Last one is don't include any discussion or critical views. Yes, Any discussion or critical views cannot be a part of an abstract. That can be a part of your whole research work, but not of an abstract, because abstract is of only 200 to 300 words, a single paragraph document. So that cannot be there. Okay, right? I think I am very much clear with the components and everything. Just a minute, students. Yes. Yes. Last thing that I just want to share with you on my presentation is this. Yes, example of an abstract. Okay, so this is the abstract. That is a very good example of the perfect unstructured abstract. I'm just giving 2 minutes to you people, 3 minutes, just to read it and understand what is it. Sir, am I audible and my screen is visible? Yes. Hello? Hello? Hello, am I audible? Yes. Okay. So this is the example of abstract writing. Let me clarify with the components, with the things that have been added over here, or which are the supposed to be the part of abstract writing. Okay, as we have seen, what are the things that should be included in abstract writing to make it a good abstract. Okay, so the topic of the abstract is strategies for teaching reluctant readers. Okay, reluctant readers means the readers who are not interested in reading, means the people who are not interested in reading so much. Okay, just do not like to read. So what are the strategies we can plan, we can do, so that we can increase their interest in reading things? Okay, so the thesis is on that. Okay, research is on that, and this is the abstract of that very research. Okay, so the abstract is, see the beginning. Studies have been conducted on strategies for teaching low level readers and improving their reading and literacy skills. So see, this is the beginning and introduction. Introduction means the background, background of the topic, why you have taken the topic, why, what is the background, what is the motivational statement for you, right? So studies have been conducted on strategies for teaching low-level readers. Low-level readers means reluctant readers, and improving their reading and literacy skill in order to improve their reading skills or literacy skills. So this first sentence is the background or introductory sentence. Now, second one is, however, these studies conclude that additional reading time is the best way to increase a student's reading level. In additional studies focusing on the middle school reading and language arts classroom, teachers note that, yes, so this is the, now objective is the second statement. What is the objective? These studies conclude that additional reading time is the best way to increase the student's reading level. Yes. Okay, best way to increase a student's reading level. Okay, now this is the first one is the introductory, another is the objective, right? Now the third sentence that is coming here is with the problem statement, right? Means what you are going to research, what is the research gap that we are going to discuss. So that is what, in additional studies focusing on the middle school reading and language arts classroom, teachers note, what is the problem? Note that encouraging reluctant readers to read more, both in the classroom and outside of the classroom, is a common challenge faced by educators. So this is the problem statement. This is the research gap that you have to research. Okay, now, so one sentence per part. Okay, for all the for each component. Now, next one is, therefore, to ascertain strategies for encouraging reluctant readers to read more, thereby increasing their reading levels, we surveyed 200 low-level readers in an urban public school district to determine what strategy would provide impetus for them to read more and for longer period. So this is what? This is research methodology. What research methodology they practiced, they did, is the surveying of 200 low-level readers, right? Now the another sentence is, last one, the strategy, the result. Now let's come to the result. Okay, so introduction, objective, problem statement, research methodology, and the last one, the result. That is result of the survey conducted, that finding material that connects with the readers' lives is the best strategy teachers can have for encouraging reluctant readers in the classroom. So this is the result that they have got after the research methodology. Means to encourage reluctant reader, what they find, what they got, the material that connect with the reader's life. Okay, now, and the last one is the concluding statement. We then provide strategies for middle school teachers in finding reading material that has a greater connection with and impact on students' daily lives. So this is the conclusion, that they are coming with the strategies, with the reading material that can make the reluctant readers more active readers, and they can provide more influence on them. Now, the keywords are literacy, reluctant readers, reading strategies. Okay, so of a big research or a paper, this one paragraph is the abstract. And after reading this abstract, you understand what the research is about. Okay, so it may be of 100 pages, 50 pages, 20 pages, doesn't matter, but the abstract is only of one single paragraph of 200 to 250 words. This is what the example of an abstract, right? And thank you very much for being with me. I hope and I feel that whatever the points I have discussed with you today, that may be of a great help to you, not only in your this curriculum studies, but also in your further life, when you people are going to enter in your 7th or 8th semester, or becoming a responsible and non-respectable post. And if you are doing any research work, then these very tips and do and don'ts or format of abstract writing is going to help you. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir. Yes, Himanshu sir, am I audible? Ahuti ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Thoroughly audible.
Yeah. So may I leave? Because I have my lecture. My students are waiting in my team's meeting. So if you people allow me, if any query, then please, yeah, come with the query. If any query or question, yes. Yes. Ahuti ma'am, please confirm.
Yes,
If
madam. It seems that Srivastava sir has left, or he may have
no,
some
he's
issues.
here.
Okay, got.
You're not audible, sir. Sir, please.
The same problem. His mic is on, but still he is not audible.
Okay. Himanshu sir, you're not audible. No, you're not audible right now. Still, you're not audible. Ahuti ma'am was
No
okay.
problem, madam. If you have other assignments
Yes.
on behalf of GC Bhavnagar, we express our gratitude to accept our invitation and throw light on
Thanks, sir.
abstract writing for our students. And we hope that we will also continue this tradition further also. And somewhere we will be able to spare time for us as well as our students. Have a nice day, madam. And
Thank you. Thanks a lot. It's my privilege to be here and a part of this lecture series. And I will too see further for coming back again with some another topic to interact with the students. Thanks a lot and hope a great day for all of you. Thank you.
thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
madam.
so much.
Thank
Thank you so much. Thanks.